Please welcome our local junior ROTC program. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's please recognize our local junior ROTC program from right here in Salisbury as we pass through and review.
Good afternoon, Blue Bear Nation. This is Will McCorn coming to you directly from Alumni Stadium. EJ, how you doing today?
Hey, man, you know how it is. I'm feeling really, really good about today.
Oh, man, absolutely. We're playing Winston-Salem today. So right now, the Blue Bears are 4-3 overall and 1-3 in the conference, whereas Winston-Salem State are 3-4 overall and 2-2 in the conference. Last game, you know, for us, we took a bad loss. Well, not too bad, but disappointing loss.
Right, they came back and won.
Right, you know, against Shaw University. So, you know, we had some difficulties trying to figure out, you know, I think at the quarterback position, they're trying to really lock things down and figure out exactly where they want to go. We had been going, you know, Miles had been in the past few games, and then Xavier Longerbean comes in.
Right.
Had 171 yards and a 1-yard QB run.
Right.
So, you know, and I believe that Longerbean will be starting today.
Right. Now, being in this program for 4 years, I've seen this happen before where another quarterback has had to come in and take the lead while another is either hurt or just struggling throughout the season. So the crazy thing is Longerbean started out as my quarterback when my sophomore year. Mm-hmm. So him being able to take the reign and go do what he's got to do. He didn't have a pretty bad game last week. You know, a lot of things started to fall apart with the defensive side, which we haven't seen since Virginia Union, which is crazy. But other than that, I believe both quarterbacks have what it takes to take this team to where they need to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. So going into the day, it is Military Day. So all of our public servants are currently being honored out on the field. I believe it's the ROTC unit that is out on the field currently. And there's salutes going on.
Big shout out to my parents and my brother. Both my parents were in the Army. My mom is a master sergeant. My dad's a captain. And my brother was in the Air Force, so that's big.
Oh, man, that is huge, man. You really come from a military family.
Yeah, man. And I don't know what happened with me.
I still think you got a little bit of the
Just a
discipline
little bit,
in there,
I mean,
you know. Oh, yeah, man. It's a beautiful day out here at New Alumni Stadium. About 70 degrees, maybe even a little bit more. Sun shining, but, you know, we got a nice little bit of breeze.
Oh, yeah. Nice clouds out.
Yeah, man. It's honestly, it's a beautiful day for some football.
It's a great day for football. I believe it's going to be a nice crowd, man. You're gonna have a lot of Winston-Salem State fans coming in. You see all that red over there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not the official rivalry, but there definitely is a rivalry between Winston-Salem and Livingstone.
Yeah. It goes all the way back, man. I can go to my freshman year where Leo Manza, we knew he made that kick, man. We knew he made that kick. That kick would have sent us right into the championship, but they said he missed it. And shout out to him, man. I believe he made that kick, and I will stick with that. We sent that tape in, and we did not get it. But at the end, man, that was a great season. And this team, I believe, can beat this Winston-Salem State team.
Absolutely. I believe they can. And then it will really set the tone going into homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
Week,
oh, yeah. I mean, ready for that.
Understanding that we got a full week of activities for our students coming up.
Speaking
starting
of that,
with the countdown tonight and then going into tomorrow.
Coronation tomorrow. Shout out to Mr. and Miss Livingstone with a night on the Bayou for the coronation.
And you'll be passing off your crown.
I will be passing on the crown to Mr. Jalen. That'll be an amazing moment. And I've been waiting to do that because, hey, I'm ready for that kid to do exactly what he needs to do with the reign. I did what I did. He's not going to be me. He's going to be himself.
Absolutely.
All right. I want everybody to know that kid is going to be great. Absolutely. No matter what he does.
Absolutely, man. So it's wonderful to have new Mr. and Miss Livingstone finally being officially coronated.
That'll be amazing. That'll be an amazing event. The reception, the coronation's at 6, the reception's at 8, so come celebrate with them.
Yes, indeed. Then going into Monday, we have a homecoming fest out at the Agri Student Union from 11 to 2. And then we have the Stone Awards that night at 7 in Varick Auditorium. Then Tuesday, we have our silent headphone party at the Pavilion. We know it as the PV.
Oh, yeah.
Affectionately known as the PV. Around 12 noon. And then showtime at Varick at 7 p.m.
That'll be great, man. That'll be amazing. Is that the one that's the one that's hosted with Jay Dukes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Jay Dukes will be there. Jay Dukes will be there with some of the Oxcore Wars people, man. Those are great people. Those are great people. That'll be an amazing show, an amazing place to come and have fun and just let loose.
Absolutely. Then after that, we've got a bonfire and pep rally that's going to be at 10 o'clock. And, if it starts at 10, we're going all night.
We're going all night. It's not one of them bonfires you think it is.
Oh, no.
It's a Livingstone bonfire. We make it our own.
HOMECOMING
yes,
is homecoming, y'all. Then we're going into Wednesday with Rock the Vote at 11 a.m. So we're taking everyone out. If you want to come and vote in North Carolina, first of all, make sure that you are registered come on out with us. We're going to go to the polls in mass to make sure that we exercise our right to vote. Do
you know if they're providing transportation for this time?
Yes, sir.
All right,
so we're going together.
Cool. The last couple years, they had stop transportation and us as a school walk to the library to vote. They moved the voting polls to the Mall of Salisbury.
That's right.
And last year, they provided transportation, which was great because Mr. Livingstone wasn't going to walk because I had a boot on my foot.
You definitely did have a boot around that time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I'm telling you, this game right here has history with it with me. I caught a touchdown on my birthday. Then I broke my leg last year. But this thing here, I believe these kids are going to understand what this rivalry that isn't the rivalry really means.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be feeling this.
And this week is big.
It's a big week. The band is now taking the field.
Ready for the national anthem.
Okay. All right, and we're back on Thursday. We will be having Trap and Paint, the Halloween edition.
I love that one.
All right, that's going to be fun.
I love that one.
You know, we encourage everybody, if you want, go ahead and wear your costumes. Not so much the mask, but, you know, you can bring that out. We'll be having a fashion show at 7:30 p.m. in the auditorium as well. And then there'll be a bowling party at Woodleaf Lanes, all right?
Yes, sir.
And also, man, you can wear your costume, bring it on out. Just don't have the mask on. You know you're going to be out in Salisbury. You know how that goes.
Yeah, you know how it is. Some of you don't need masks, so don't do it.
You know, Friday, we'll be having the alumni and student convocation. All right, and that's a big one, y'all.
That's
all
huge.
Students, we need y'all there because our alumni are going to come out, and we want to show them just how much we're behind our school. All right, then we'll be having our blackout day party. All right, and that's a all shade no tea. You heard me?
Yes, sir.
And that'll be under the tent on the front lawn around 12 noon. Then we'll be having the Yard Fest on the pavilion at 3 p.m. The Step Show in Varick Auditorium at 8 p.m.
Step Show.
And then the Yard-BQ, you know we're going all night long
Yes,
with that out front of Old Trent, all right?
Man.
And you know that's with all the alumni. They're going
That's
to
beautiful.
pack back.
That's where they love it. That's where you got all your people that just love the school. They love the spirit of Livingstone College. You got your Greeks out there. Come out and show love to them at the Step Show. And then after that, you go to your Yard-BQ where you have everything you could ever want. Go get you a plate. Go have fun. Just be in the Livingstone spirit. That's all that matters, man.
All right. And then going back to Wednesday, we kind of skipped over it, but the gospel concert with Melvin
forget about
Crispell,
Jesus now.
you know, all right, will be at 7 p.m. in Varick Auditorium.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, then we'll be having on Saturday, of course, the homecoming parade
Yes,
begins
sir.
at 9 a.m., all right? And then we'll be having the football game at 1:30, and
Well, you will see us again.
you know, absolutely. There'll be plenty of tailgating going on during that. Then the homecoming fan experience at 3 p.m.
Yes.
And then the finale party in New Trent Gym at 10 p.m. And then to wrap it all up on Sunday morning, there'll be a chicken and waffles brunch because you know we're gonna need some
sir.
good breakfast after a week full of activities.
Something to soak up what we've been putting in our bodies.
All right. Now we're going to the field for the national anthem.
Yes, sir.
Let us pray. Dear God, we thank you and praise you today. We thank you for such an awesome day. For this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. We thank you, Father God, for an awesome competitive game. We pray for our student athletes that they do well and not get hurt. We lift up both universities and both presidents and administration. And we pray, Father, that you get the praise, glory, and honor. In Jesus' name, amen.
welcome members of the Wounded Warriors Project.
That was absolutely fantastic from Blue Thunder. We look out, we see a whole lot of pink in remembrance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, sir.
For all the people who have fought the fight, both those who have won the fight and those who have been casualties. We thank them and we observe them. All right, getting ready for the action as the band leaves. Our athletic director, Coach Lamont Massey Sampson, out at the 50-yard line with several service members from the audience that have come out to the game today. They're observing them, thanking them for their service, along with their families. Right. And I know you hear Blue Thunder. They're getting ready. Our boys about to come out of the tunnel. Yeah, see this, you can kind of feel it in the air. There's a certain type of anticipation.
Oh yeah, ready for the ball to get kicked, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. The rivalry, you know, kind of gives a certain tangible feel.
It's a beautiful thing, football, man.
Yes,
it's a beautiful thing.
Winston-Salem, they really came out today. They brought the full band. They've got a whole lot of fans in the stands.
The dancers, the cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They came ready.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, you don't come to New Alumni Stadium and not, you know, get – like, you're in the Bears den at this point.
We stay ready over here. It doesn't
You got to
matter.
be prepared.
And our captains are walking out, led by number 11, Devontae Adams. Good to see him back in the lineup.
Absolutely.
Number 2, Walter Watkins, ready to see what he's getting ready to do tonight. Number 59, Mofatulue Sembege. And number 8, Andrew for Rainbow.
Come in, man.
We were just talking about Devontae Adams, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a good thing seeing him back in the lineup.
Yep, because, I mean, he's one of those guys, he's a true captain, he's a leader, you know, so even when he's not on the field, he's leading his guys, but having his presence on the field makes a world of a difference.
Big difference. Big difference. He's a game changer.
Oh, yeah, his intensity, I mean, that's something else.
Oh, yeah.
Livingstone have won the coin toss.
And Livingstone wins the toss.
Which way you want to kick, son? Say something.
Deferred. That's what's up. Switch sides. There we go.
Right.
Shake hands, man.
Livingstone has decided to defer to the second half, and that defense gets to eat first.
Right. That's exactly what they want.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, get them fired up from the beginning, set the tone. And the defense, you know, they're sending a message. Then laying down hard hits.
Love it. Who are you excited to see today, man?
Man, I'm actually excited to see Devontae Adams come back. You know, I really want to. He's electric. You know, so he's probably my favorite player to watch on this team. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Xavier Longerbeam's going to do. As you said, you know, in the past seasons, he's definitely gotten burned. Last game was really the last time first time he's really gotten, some time off the bench. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do. Miles Hayes, as always, is very exciting to watch. So I'm hoping that he'll also get some time in. Looking forward to that. Man, it's going to be a good game today. I absolutely can see that.
I feel the energy. I see I don't know if you saw it, but Jalen Askew is not in pads.
Oh, I didn't see him over on the side.
The quick, speedy Jalen Askew will not be playing today. I believe it looks like, from over here it looks perfectly fine. But
yeah,
there's got to be something if he's not in pads.
Right.
I'm excited to see number 26, Anthony Brown, do his thing. He's second in receiving yards on this team. And I'm also excited to see Ray McRae do his thing. Oh, number 30, McGuire, my bad. He's ready to go out there and lead this team. He's second in interceptions next to Mr. Walter Watkins.
Oh, that's another one I'm looking forward to seeing.
Oh, yeah. He always brings the boom, man. The kid knows what he's doing. And we are up, ready to play some football. The kickoff was a touchback. And they will take the ball from the 25, the 30.
30.
The 30, yeah, we're ready for some game now. Looks like number 7, Dominique Graves, is back there to play quarterback for Winston-Salem State. I'm excited to see him play.
All right.
He drops back. He hands it off. No, he fakes.
Wow.
He runs down the field,
convincing.
gashes Livingstone, makes a spin move up to the 46-yard line. What a run, though, to start the game.
And it was deceptive, too.
Oh, yeah.
Really thought that handoff was going.
He played fake out of a doubles formation, just showing what they got.
Yes, sir.
He can make plays with his legs and his arms, but I'm excited to see what he can do with both.
Yeah, I think that's, coming out and showing immediately I can make that play with my legs. It kind of puts the defense on notice.
Oh, yeah. Now they got to keep their eyes open for the pass. Graves gets the snap. It's a handoff this time. Number 8, Farrell Murchison, with about a 1-yard gain. They're trying to show off their run game quick and early, man.
Absolutely. Murchison, a senior from Elizabethtown, North Carolina. Right.
That D-line swallowed him up as soon as he got there, man.
Oh, yeah, they were
So
ready
it'll
for
be
him.
2nd and 9. Winston-Salem State comes out in a trip stand with number 87 down by himself, Quincy Jackson. Graves gets a snap and hands it off to number 8. Murchison, he drives it up the field for about a number of 5 yards.
Yeah.
That's a good run.
Yeah, I can definitely see they're going to be giving Murchison the ball all night long, all afternoon, really.
Yeah, I brought up number 87, Quincy Jackson. He is a senior, 6'4", 195 from Raleigh, North Carolina. That is a big guy.
Absolutely.
And he is matched up with Ray McGuire. I think that's a pretty good matchup. Winston with the trips to the left. McGuire gets a snap. He drops back. He looks to pass quick. D-line on his behind. Let's go.
And he throws it out of bounds.
I like that.
Absolutely. That was excellent pressure.
Number 32, Zia Gibson with the pressure. He came off that edge ready to go.
Absolutely. And we were talking about Zia Gibson going into this. He actually leads the team in solo tackles with 28, which is, that's
big.
That's big.
We have Monte Seabrook back there to return the punt. And it raises questions where Mr. Handy is.
Absolutely. And that's one of the guys we definitely have been watching this season. Made a number of amazing receptions and returns.
It is fair caught by Mr. Seabrook. That was a pretty good punt by number 78. He's not even listed. But that was a good punt. I believe this is him, though. 76 is his number on the papers. Devon Goebel. Yeah.
Yeah, a senior from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina.
That's nice. Good punt. Livingstone will take the ball from
about the 15.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Xavier Longerbeam starts the game. Livingstone has 3 receivers to the right and 1 tight end to the left. That is Brandon Duncan. It is a screen pass, and he's rumbling down the field. That's a good play. Number 8, Andrew Faramo with the play.
Yeah, that was very solid. Just dumped it off to him before the pocket could collapse. Excellent.
I like the quick plays like that, man. They move. They make it work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, that mobility is you got to have mobility.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of mobility, Quentin Woodward Jr., authorized driver for Lyft, all right? If you need a drive, you can call Lyft at 704-213-9172. That's Quentin Woodward Jr. You can use the Uber code Quentin, W816UE.
And that was a stop behind the line by Winston on number 8, Andrew Faramo. They're trying to get him into the game real quick. They moved Anthony across the line in motion to use deception. I believe they need to start throwing the ball down the field. It is 2nd and 16. Xavier Longerbeam's under center. Motioning troops around. Gets the snap. He looks to pass with a block by Mr. Faramo.
Got to get it
Tries
off.
to make some plays.
And can't quite make it happen.
He's dragged out of bounds by a Winston defensive lineman, number 96, I believe.
That's Devin Lowry.
A freshman. Now, that's one of the things that I paid attention to with Xavier Longerbeam. He tries to keep his eyes down the field when he's moving his feet, but I think the receivers need to learn that they have to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't follow him, they can't get the ball.
Right.
And he's trying to make plays.
Yeah, and then we see what just happened.
Right. Livingstone is in the trip set. Longerbeam back to receive the snap. He drops back. Comes up in the pocket. He moves around a little bit. He's looking downfield. The ball is up. And it is incomplete. He was looking for number 15, Ryan Williams. Now, Ryan Williams is listed as a running back, but he can play quarterback, he can play receiver, he can play fullback.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, that is the Army Swiss knife right there. He can play wherever he wants to play. He is out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Got a whole lot of those Florida boys over here.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We're getting ready to punt the ball. It's a new punter in the game.
Josue, I believe.
Yes, sir, Mr. Gomez. Raises questions of where Antoine Akundu is. Hopefully he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's been holding it down all season long.
Those are 2 pretty good drives by both teams and 2 pretty good defensive drives, should I say. And judging from that, I believe this should be a very, very good game defensively and offensively once they start to click.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just getting them to click. We see, glimpses of what they could be on for both teams.
Right.
With Longerbeam being able to get that quick pass off at the beginning and, the movements there is just got to get the proper execution. And
Graves with the handoff, about a 3-yard gain.
That's to number 20. That's Quarterman Sloan. He's from the crib, 5'7" from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, sir. Repping the A. I like it. Trying to see what school he went to Murray State before he came here. That's nice. Winston in the triple stat. Graves get the snap. And it's one-handed catch by Mr. Sloan. That was a nice play.
All right, so you say he went to Murray State first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It shows.
Chops.
It shows. I give props to Mr. Graves, man, just staying in the pocket to let that ball out.
Yeah,
he definitely took a hit, man.
Looking, very settled. Like his composure as the pocket started to collapse and guys were on him.
Right. What you want right there in the quarterback. I believe Winston's going to be in a lot of dubs and triple set with Graves. He's got a lot to do with his arm and his legs. They take the DBs down the field. He can make plays. As he hands it off to Sloan again, as he breaks tackles, and he is down the sideline. And Raymond McGuire is on his – no, man, that's a great touchdown. That's a great play.
I mean,
he broke
it
tackles.
Looked like he might have been taken down, about 2 yards out, and then he just took it all the way down.
It has everything to do with wrapping up. But I believe, that was great defense, better offense.
Better off, yep.
That is a great touchdown from Mr. Sloan.
So we're going to be saying his name a lot today, huh?
I believe so. So that'll be 6 on the board from Winston-Salem State.
All right, and they line up for the point after. Score is now 6-0 with 9:36 left in the first quarter.
I believe that's their first real threat at running back that they've seen other than that Virginia Union running back. And it is up, and it is good. 7-0 Winston-Salem State. With 9:36 on the clock. I believe Livingstone is fine. We'll get it together.
Yes.
We saw glimpses of great things on offense. We need to get a good return here and let Longer Beam settle and do his thing.
Yeah, we can keep him protected enough so he doesn't have to scramble as much. Just stay in the set.
Right.
Then I think we'll be all right.
Waiting for the kickoff. Our returners. That looks like Mr. Handy back there already.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Handy's back to return the kickoff. And it looks like Raymond McGuire. 2 shifty guys back there.
Very shifty.
You know, an eye-opening stat is Raheem Coxfield is second in kickoff return yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe they keep Pooch kicking it to get it away from our shifty guys in the back. But they end up letting him get it, and he makes a move. He can play. And Handy is juking him out through the middle of the field, and he's barreled down to about the 35-yard line. That was a good return. It was a short kick, but it was a good return.
It actually wasn't Handy. That was actually Victor Blackwell.
Really?
Yeah, out of Southern California, a senior wide receiver.
It should be a nod. Wait for him to say he comes back, and then I'll try to come up here and fix it.
All right, Vic. Longer Beam starts up under center again. Livingstone in an eye set. There's a fake handoff, rollout. He takes it himself, and he's hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage.
So no
I believe he could have thrown that ball.
Yeah.
Other than that, he didn't throw the ball. He took the hit, and he didn't lose any yardage. Well, not too much, but I believe that's a play that he could have made with his arm.
Yeah, absolutely. The Winston-Salem Rams are up 7-0 right now with just under 9 minutes left in the first quarter.
Livingstone in an empty set. Longer being back there by himself. Receiver in motion. He drops back looking for Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams is hit late. but there is no flag thrown.
See, and I'll be honest with you, I don't like that pass from Longer.
I don't either. I
don't
don't know.
like that pass.
I don't believe. I believe he was trying to throw it away, but at the same time,
It set his man up.
right.
You know, he's looking over his shoulder trying to look at the ball, and there's a guy coming right across for the hit. Yeah, you got to think a little bit better about that one.
So it'll be 3rd and 11. Livingstone in a double set. Running back to the left. As Longerbeam waits for the snap. The left side is in the tight dubs. He drops back. Looks for a quick pass on a curl route to Jordan Cartwright. It's a good route. He didn't quite get to the sticks.
Yeah, not enough for the first.
Got to get to them sticks.
So it's 4th down, the punting unit will come out.
And Josue Gomez back to punt the ball. Number 85, Jonathan Allen, is back for Winston-Salem State to return the punt. Nice high punt in the air. Short.
Call for a fair catch.
Fair caught it. Got a swarm of Blue Bears around him, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now here comes that Blue Bear defense again. I believe they'll redeem themselves this time.
Oh, for sure.
They just got a key on that running back. And the dangers of that running back and that quarterback, man. Dominique Graves, I keep telling you how special he is with his feet. And now we see his running back. There's another running back in the game right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think they're really trying to keep the Blue Bears on their toes.
Oh, yeah. That's a handoff.
And that's number 8, Pharrell Murchison, once again.
We'll see a lot of him and Mr. Sloan throughout the day.
Yeah, for sure.
They're teasing us with these run plays. I'm ready to see him throw the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they're just trying to get us kind of off balance a little bit because we know that he can throw the ball.
Exactly.
So, you know, trying to make us really focus in on that run. As we look over to our right, we can see that the band has transformed from Blue Thunder to Pink Thunder in observance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Graves drops back, look to pass. Deep pass, corner route. Almost picked
intercepted.
off.
Oh.
Almost picked off by
That
number
was-
23, Dominique Alexander. That is big. It sure is. This game is dedicated to his mother. It is her birthday today. And he's been playing with a heavy heart. His mother passed away a couple years ago. Dominique Alexander is a leader on the defense and a great guy indeed. Definitely a brother. Mr. Graves wasted a snap. That's not Graves. And he is
Oh, wow.
He is hit on the throw, but it is caught to advance the ball. The quarterback in the game was Miles Timmons.
We see number 32, Zaya Gibson, coming off of the sideline. Seems to be nursing his arm. Big Phil looks like he's in pain.
Yeah, he does. It was very interesting play right there that just happened in front of us. It was definitely a blown play. Defensive line got to him before he could throw the ball, but the ball was in the air, and it just ended up being completed. Run.
Wrap him up.
What a play.
And that's completed by number 93.
Running back on the play was
Deandre
Pharrell Murchison. Deandre Moore got him before he can get to the line of scrimmage, which is beautiful, and that's what we need a lot of.
Yeah. Wrapped him up, stayed on him, even with the stiff arm.
It'll be second and about 14.
6 minutes left in the first quarter. Still looking at a 7-0 going toward the Rams.
Winston-Salem in a triple set.
We see there's Darius Sloan.
He picks up that 4 yards they just lost.
Gets him back to the line of scrimmage.
I am very interested on trying to figure out why they switch quarterbacks. Whether he's hurt or not, but we have not seen Mr. Graves for about the last 3 plays.
Yeah, no. Matter of fact, we haven't seen him this entire drive.
That's true. I'm pretty sure we'll either see him or Mr. Timmons will be the one driving the boat. Winston-Salem stayed back in the triple set. Mr. Timmons waiting on a snap. He drops back looking for a pass. And it is the running back out of the backfield as he drops the ball with a defensive play. What a great play. Raheem Coxfield is right around the play as he always is.
As he always is.
And he is met by none other than who? Devontae Adams. Those two right there are electric.
I mean, they really are land sharks.
You got Monte Seabrook waiting on the punt. Let's see what he's got written for us.
And we're at about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. The score is 7-0 going toward the Winston-Salem Rams.
And Monte Seabrook catches the ball. He makes a couple of plays as he slips on himself. And we are at a Livingstone 22-yard line.
But you know what? I like that. Even though he wasn't really able to make much of it, the agility that we saw on that play. I mean,
I believe he could have taken it.
Oh, yeah.
As far as he wanted to.
Yeah, if he hadn't slipped on his own feet, he definitely would have made it.
He's a little disappointed with himself, but I believe he'll make the footing suitable for next time.
Absolutely. Make up for that one.
Longer being back in the game. Looking to get 7 points on the board for the Blue Bears. 2 receivers to the left, one in motion. That is Anthony Faramo as he looks for but quick screen to none other than, he's brought down quick. That is number 9, Brandon Duncan with the catch for about 4 yards. Once again, another quick play. I like seeing those, but I want to see something that gives us some substance that shows that we can move the ball further down the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we've still yet to have more than a 10-yard play.
Right.
And, 5 minutes left in the first, that's something that you kind of want to see at this point.
Right. That is a quick run up the middle of the field by number 27. That's
Tyrell Baldwin.
Yes, he is. You were calling him the wrong name the first couple of games, huh?
Yeah,
He's been big. That 3 running back set we have with Bethune, Faramo, and him has just been crazy. But all 3 of them have over 250 yards rushing. Longer being back there by himself with 5 receivers ready to go as he receives the snap. He looks. I believe that was a quarterback draw play in play with a couple hitches. That is another 3 and out for the Livingstone Blue Bears. I mentioned earlier getting ready to see Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown is on the field with no pads.
Yeah.
He's on the sideline. He's not playing this game. Mr. Gomez waits for the snap to punt. Low snap. Quick punt off as it is fair caught. He may do with that low snap. That was pretty good. Now it's a couple big injuries that I'm just now seeing. One being Mr. Brown, but Brandon Duncan is basically a carbon copy. All right, those 2 can do everything a receiver can do. They're just a little bit bigger.
Right.
And they can move like a receiver. They can run like a receiver, and they can do everything they need to do. And everything Coach Williams asked them to do. This defense is ready to get it going again. And Winston in the triple set as they receive the snap. There goes Mr. Graves again.
And quarterman Sloan, but he is taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Livingstone met him at the line of scrimmage and made him go backwards. Graves is back in the game, and I'm trying to figure out, we have a Winston player on the ground.
And that last play was made by number 90, William Moore.
As Livingstone comes to the sideline, we will try to figure out who that Winston player is.
Can't quite see his number, but I hope that he's doing all right. He seems to be in pain.
All right, he's moving his legs, but would like to figure out who he is.
You know, hopefully they'll be able to get him off to the sideline. Hopefully he can get to his feet.
And they're getting him up. That is number 55 for the Winston-Salem Rams, Joshua Peoples.
Yeah, I think it shook him up more than anything. Probably put him through concussion protocol.
Right. Hope and pray he's fine.
I'm glad we have the concussion protocol at this point. You know, you got to stay healthy.
Definitely.
You got to watch that. And, you know, speaking of health, the Salisbury VA healthcare system is excellent service earned by veterans and delivered here. The Salisbury VA healthcare system, all right, they would like to say thank all of our veterans for their service. We're dedicated to serving our nation's heroes.
And that is Mr. Seabrook tackling Mr. Sloan way behind the line for about a 8-yard loss. What a play by Mr. Seabrook on that blitz. Hey,
We see
he
him
came
on
through.
both sides of the ball now.
Both sides of the ball. He can play. Let's give a shout-out to Coach Williams with the swag switch up today with the khakis. Looks a little bit like Harbaugh. He got the white sweater vest on today. I'm liking it. A little pure.
How many sweater vests you think he got?
He has too many. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there.
It's got to be an entire closet.
You know, and, you know, it wouldn't be Coach Williams without the fat pants. Hey, I love it. Love to see it. Graves running up the field. He's making plays with his feet, but that is none other than Devontae Adams on the tackle. That is a great play.
On his back.
Yes, sir.
Pull him down.
I love to see it. That is a fourth
And that's how
down.
you wrap up.
Great to see him get into play, man. I love it.
And,
that energy.
And then he limps off field. I mean, just that's what I love about him though. Because he's going to give 110% every single time, put his body on the line. I hope that he's all right because it seems to be that same leg he was having problems with.
Monte Seabrook lets the ball bounce. We thought it was going out of bounds, but it bounced right back inside. Bounce right back inside. That'll be at the Livingstone 11. I really thought that thing was going to bounce out of bounds, man. It was going to bounce out of bounds at the 11.
Yeah, and I think Monte did too.
Right.
He definitely saw that going out.
Now, speaking of a great teammate, you want to see things like number 93, Deandre Moore, walking with Devontae Adams to check on his ankle.
Oh, yeah.
That is a great thing to see. Getting him up and saying, hey, let's check on his ankle, let's walk on his ankle so you can get back in the game and make the plays that you've been making.
Yeah, and those, I mean, a couple of the guys that are really the leaders on the team,
Definitely.
you know, for that defense, along with, you know, like guys like Garrett Hines.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, you definitely want to see those guys really keeping morale up. Devontae Adams looks like he just need to walk it off a little bit.
That defense is starting to do their job, starting to do exactly what we see them doing every Saturday, which is stopping offense from running the ball.
Absolutely.
Definitely stopping them from passing the ball. We saw a couple plays that should have been picked off, but I believe later in the game we'll get those. We'll definitely get those. Longer beam is back, ready to make some plays, ready to make some moves. Livingstone looks to be in a double tight end set.
All right, about a minute left, minute 20.
Anthony
Score is
Ferramo
still
was in
7-0.
motion with the handoff.
For a loss of yards.
Handoff was to number 8, Andrew Ferramo. It's only a matter of time before he pops one out, man. He's gonna go. Livingstone takes a tight end and a running back out and puts in 2 receivers. So there's a double set with Mr. Ferramo to the left of him. That is Andrew Ferramo. Longer beam waits to the snap. He drops back, looks for the pass, and he finds Ryan Williams in the middle of the field with a catch.
All
Great
right.
catch, Ryan Williams.
33 seconds left.
That's a quick pass, man. He sat there, he did his drop step, and he put the ball right on the money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, trying to make a quick drive upfield
For a
before the quarter
Blueberries
ends.
first down.
And we're in the last 30 seconds of the quarter. Livingstone still scoreless.
I believe they're going to wait this out and let it go to the quarter.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, you got maybe 3-second difference on the play clock.
In the game clock, yeah.
Now that we see that we can definitely move the ball, I believe it's going to make a total difference. Total difference. That's the end of the first quarter.
And that's the end of your first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Winston-Salem State.
And the score is 7-0. Livingstone with possession down at about the 20-yard line. Trying to move it downfield. So what have you liked so far in this game? What are we seeing that, we know will be okay?
Basically, just seeing the defense do exactly what they did. They gave up that first touchdown, but what they did is they picked up their lunchbox and they said, we're not giving anything else. We're not giving up anything else. And now that we see the offense getting ready to move the ball like we know that offense can, this is going to be a game that we know Livingstone should take home.
Absolutely. Winston-Salem came out early. Quarterman Sloan, the boy can move. And he can catch the ball. We saw he had a reception for about 15 yards. He's had a few runs over 10 yards. So that's going to be someone to watch. Pharrell Murchison has definitely gotten a few looks, a few touches. And then our quarterback, man, was
Graves, yeah.
Graves. He's been able to, move. He came out first play of the game with the quarterback sneak.
For about 12 yards.
So, we know that they can get the offense going. And then their defenses, they've been there every time for the big stops. So, if we can make something happen on this drive, I think it'll send a big message that our offense is not to be trifled with.
Definitely. I think we'll be getting our first look at Mr. Darrell Bethune.
That's who I've been waiting to get out there. I'm actually surprised that he hasn't gotten any touches so far.
They're asking the band to stop playing during the live ball game. And you know what's crazy? The 4 years I've been here, they've asked them to do that every game. The Winston and Livingstone game, every game. And it's only them. It's only this game. I promise you, it's only this game because both bands are so ready for the game.
Yeah.
And it's the hype. It's hype, man.
Yes.
I love when the band plays.
And honestly, I'm looking out here right now. I think this is the most well-attended game we've had this season.
It's a screen pass, number 27, Tyrell Baldwin. That is a Livingstone first down. That was nice right there.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we need, man. Keep moving the ball just like that. Keep moving the ball just like that. Longer Beam's having a pretty good game, and I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yep. Got Faremo back with him.
You have to have a receiver catch a ball other than Ryan Williams. Ready for them to get Anthony involved.
Yes, absolutely.
Winston-Salem State is not listening to the refs.
They don't care. They don't care. But see, it's going to end up being a penalty.
Oh, yeah. Keep playing. Keep playing. They're playing good songs, too. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Livingstone in a two-wing set. Two receivers out wide and a receiver and a running back behind. Longer Beam fakes the handoff. He jukes out of a defensive lineman to go to the right. And he drives the pile for about 3 yards.
I mean, but that's what you get when your quarterback's, 6'1", 6'2", and, just solid. He's going to go right into it.
I couldn't really see exactly what the play should have been. I think it might have been a busted play. I think it should have been a toss to the running back, but he ended up taking it the other way and getting 3 yards.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see that it didn't end up in a handoff.
Right. I think the running back was surprised too. Got Brandon Duncan in at tight end. Jordan Cartwright down there. Longer beam looks back. Ball is overthrown.
And it was a good look.
Tight end is 6'5", and you overthrow him. I don't know. Maybe my math is off. I was never really good at math.
No, Brandon Duncan's a pretty big target. That's a pretty big target. You got to make that one, especially when he's got the look.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Wide open, shallow across the field, no one around him.
Yep. You got to make sure you get that to him.
That had the potential to be a huge play. Brandon Duncan moved to the right. Longer beam receives the snap. He drops back. He rolls out to the left. And he, looks like it was a shuffle pass to Faremo, but it was too much in front of him.
Couldn't get to it.
That'll be a 4th down coming up for the Blue Bears.
I really want to see Longer Beam be able to just be settled.
I just want to be patient and let the ball fly.
Yep. Because, I mean, we know he can get it there. That's not the issue. But just he doesn't quite seem like he's settled enough to just let the play come to him.
Right. That's been his problem for a couple of years, but he's always been able to produce. But when it came to certain situations where we'd love for him to just sit and wait, is this not what's happening? And he's a quarterback, so he knows what he feels is not suitable for him.
Yeah.
And, you never really – I don't really question what a quarterback feels because when I played quarterback, I was almost the exact same way. So you got to trust what he's doing and trust the madness behind it.
Yeah.
And
trust him as a playmaker.
Yeah, Livingstone will definitely get it together. It's 7-0.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they haven't been giving up any looks. The past couple drives have been very solid defensively.
Back to this Blue Bear defense led by Devontae Adams and Raheem Coxfield.
And we're looking at about 12:42 left in the second quarter. It's, as EJ said, it's 7-0.
Graves to the short pass to Mr. Sloan as he runs out of bounds right at the sticks. I thought Graves was about to throw deep.
I did too.
It looked like he took that hop step.
Dropped back on that.
And tricked us all.
I thought he was about to really let it loose.
I don't want to give him any credit, but it might have been a no look.
As we said before, today is Military and Service People Day. We're celebrating even the ROTC of the local high schools. They've come out. They've brought their flag corps.
Just having a fun time out here at a Livingstone game, man. Graves drops back. He looks to the pass. Wide open down the sideline.
Oh, and Sloan was
right through his fingers. Right through his fingers.
He would have caught that. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. That was just nothing but a simple wheel route.
Oh, yeah.
But there was an in route from the outside receiver that brought that corner's eyes away from what the running back was doing.
I mean, and honestly, he would have been gone. I mean, the closest person to him was Rodney Brooks, and he was about 5 to 7 yards out. Like,
it doesn't matter if he had the angle or not.
No.
Sloan was there.
Sloan was there.
Yeah.
And we know he's got the Jets.
It's amazing that they took that play on 3rd and 1, and now they're look to be stopped right at the line. Graves took it himself, but I believe they're going to give it to him. It'll be a first down.
Yep, and they move the
for
chains.
The Rams of Winston-Salem State University. Band just booming, man.
Oh, yeah.
Had to take a chance and listen to him.
And they know the referee's going to be saying something.
Something real soon. So look, there you go. Hey, guys, be quiet.
Right.
Winston-Salem in a triple set. 1 to the left, 3 to the right. Handoff to I believe that's number 8, Murchison. Tackled by none other than Raheem Coxfield, number 10.
That man is always there. Talk about a nose for the ball.
Oh, yeah. That's a land shark for you.
And we're looking at about 11-12 left in the second. Livingstone still scoreless. Winston-Salem up 7.
Defense is playing hard. Couple whistles. Timeout, Winston-Salem State. They called timeout due to the play clock. It was at 1. They would have got a delayed game. But good for the coach, keeping his eye on the play clock.
Absolutely.
2nd and 8 for Winston-Salem State. Livingstone Blue Bears defense ready to go.
The Livingstone College National Alumni Association presents the LCNAA Homecoming Gala, a blue carpet affair featuring Something for the People Band from 9 p.m. until at the LC School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Ballroom on 530 Jake Alexander Boulevard, Salisbury, North Carolina. Tickets are $50, but you can reserve an entire table for $500.
Speaking of the Blue Bear defense, talking about how much land shark they got in them, that started way back, I want to say about 2-3 years ago, my sophomore year, when Coach Hugh was talking about we got a lot of blood in the tank. Blood in the tank. And, you know, when sharks smell blood, they go straight for it.
Oh, yeah. And look, if you've ever seen Finding Nemo, you know. Right?
My God.
But, man, I mean, that is really how they are. Talk about just guys that have, I mean.
Look at that. Look at that play right there. Ian Tyler right there on the play.
And he smacked him. But that's, you know, they got a nose for the ball. Wherever it is, they smell the blood and they're on it.
Love it. Graves was taking it himself, about 2-yard gain, but he met a very vicious Ian Tyler. What a play. Gotta love it, man. Trip set for the Winston-Salem State Rams. Sloan to the right of Mr. Graves. He drops back, looks for a pass. It is a quick pass to Mr. Sloan, but Ian Tyler was right there to stop him.
Right there.
4th down, and Mr. Seabrook is back waiting for the punt. Livingstone offense gets the ball again. This is a very, very defensively sound game.
Yes, sir. Yeah, on both sides of the ball.
Unfortunate that Winston got that sneaky run in. Oh, that's a great punt. Seabrook catches it clean. He makes a move up the middle. He splits, but he is brought down at the Livingstone 20.
That boy is shifty.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his ability to just kind of turn his hips on a dime like that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I feel like before this game is over, we're going to have at least one big play out of him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm calling a defensive play out of him.
Oh. Because that boy is definitely a ball hawk.
Longer being back on the field. It's Javon Handy back there behind Longerbeam. The handyman. Let's see what's going to happen. And it is a bubble pass to Mr. Handy with a great block by Anthony Ferramo on the outside.
And he just turned the Jets on when he hit the corner.
He did what he does. That's a 1st down, Livingstone Blue Bears. That's how you get the handyman involved. Hopefully he's fine. He comes off limping. Longbing looks to be getting to under the center this time. That looks like Darryl Bethune back there behind him. There's a flag up. That looked to be a jet sweep to Mr. Anthony Ferramo. But there's a flag on the play.
The flag was thrown
Way
somewhat
early.
early. Right.
Anthony Farrell on the carry. There is a flag on the play.
Let's see what we get. Where's the white hat at? The refs look to be in a huddle to figure out what's going on.
Mhm. And we're looking at about 9 minutes on the play clock.
Legal formation.
Illegal formation.
Winston-Salem Rams still up 7-0.
5 yards from the previous spot.
And there's an illegal formation call. Lose 5 yards.
I believe there's too many men on the line. You can only have 4 people in the backfield and 7 men on the line. Longer being back there by himself with Bethune behind him. Another quick pass to Bethune. He makes a man miss.
Oh.
What balance, man. He's rumbling down the field.
Man.
He did a lot.
His ability, right. I mean, he pretty much just dropped back
Yeah.
and held himself up with his arm.
That was a play right there.
Got back on his feet. I mean, well, never left his feet.
Right.
Got back to an upright position and just took off immediately.
Unfortunately, what an outstanding play for about a yard, but it was exciting to watch.
But we see why Bethune has over 250 yards on the
yeah.
season.
Long beam rolls out to the right. He has nothing but green grass if he wants to throw. He throws it. That
And-
looks to be
and
Mr.
hits
Anthony
Faremo.
Faremo. There he is.
And we were just saying, we're like, man, it's only a matter of time before Anthony Faremo gets a touch.
Makes a play. It'll be 3rd and short, about 1 yard for the Livingstone Blue Bears to make that first down. Good thing to see them getting the ball to Mr. Faremo. And it's only a matter of time until he gets it again and makes a play that we know he can make.
No.
Long beam is under center. Bethune is in motion. Handoff to big Marquis Adams. Let's see if we get the first. That Marquis Adams is, hold up. Okay, Mr. Ref, you gonna tell us what it is?
And that's a first down.
They gave him a first down. That's beautiful.
North Harlem Health first down for the Blue Bears.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. It took more than 5 people on that defense to tackle him, and he still got the first down.
Yeah, no. I mean,
That is
we
a
know
good
Keith is
rollout.
solid.
Keith is definitely solid. That's a good rollout. Oh, longer beam is limping. Longer beam had to roll out to the left and get the ball out. The right side of that line collapsed, and that rush came in. Hopefully he can get over what happened to his leg, limping, but I believe he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's staying out on the field, just shaking it off.
Definitely. He's back there by himself this time, empty set. Davion Howard in motion with a block, good block.
Back to
Screen
Faremo.
pass to Faremo as he makes a play down the field, and he is tackled.
And there's a flag thrown
Flag on the play.
over on the right side of the field.
Down by the first yard stick, though. What could it be? Most likely, I'd say blocking a back or a holding.
Yeah, I think longer beam's a little sore. I see him taking a knee,
yeah.
trying to stretch it out. You had mentioned he was limping before the play.
Looks to be coming back. Blocking the back.
10 yards.
On number 82, Victor Blackwell.
Wow.
A beautiful play taken back by a block
10
in the back.
yards. Jeez. I mean, in a beautiful play.
Good thing it's only, they're taking those 10 yards away from the spot of the foul.
Right.
So we're back where we started. But would have loved to not have that play happen. Livingstone in a triple set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Longer beam steps back. Has to make a quick play. Daryl Bethune with the one-handed catch, keeping himself upright. Takes about 6-7 Rams to bring him down.
That boy is solid.
That is a 4-yard gain for Mr. Daryl Bethune. That would be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 5, we'll give him that.
All right, and about 6.5 minutes left. Livingstone still trying to get on the board.
And this drive is proficient. They're definitely doing what they need to do to get where they need to go.
Yeah, and it's nothing too flashy. You know, they just moving the ball downfield.
I'm not just a local agent, I'm also your neighbor. So what matters most to you also matters most to me. At my agency, I take the time to make.
Let's take a moment to recognize our sponsors. Nationwide, Hotwire Communications, F&M Bank, Novant Health, Edward Jones Investments, and our very own WLJZ 107.1 FM.
Give me a call, 704-637-7733, and put the Jennings Agency on your side.
Livingstone takes a timeout right there to regroup and figure out what else they have to do to get down to the end zone.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, they've got a good game plan right now with what they're doing. If they can keep it up, I think that we'll see a tie game, you know, before we go into the into halftime, rather.
Right. This is, like we said earlier, this is a great drive. Other than the block in the back, we keep doing what we're doing, we'll get to the end zone.
Yeah. All right, and coming out of the timeout.
Looking for the Blue Bears to get Jordan Cartwright, number 89, involved in the game.
Yeah, he's part of the receiving core that hasn't had a touch today. But we'll certainly see him make a play.
Longer beam wets the snap. Low snap.
Very low.
As he looks for Jordan Cartwright.
Oh,
and it
man.
is dropped smooth out of his hands. I'm going to say it again. Once again, that's a play where he is supposed to get to the sticks, and he is 1 yard short, and he also dropped the ball. Livingstone has got to stop shooting themselves in the foot.
That's it.
We do that, we score.
And that's one of my things, right? I feel like we're too good and too disciplined of a team, you know, to make some of the simple mistakes that we make. You know, the block in the back, there's no telling where we'd be right now. You know, I mean, we had a first down, got to move the sticks. So it's just like, as you said, got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
Definitely. And that was an athletic, fair catch by number 85, Jonathan Allen, from the punt by number 71, Josue Gomez. Now, as Livingstone Land Shark defense is back on the field, ready to make plays, hopefully get the ball back to the offense, and we can score before the half. Winston took their sweet time, but hey, Graves is ready. Fake handoff as he looks to snap. And he is brought down in the backfield. That is number 48.
Tion Williams.
Good play. Great play. He was bobbing and weaving trying to make a play. He slid up in the pocket, and he was met.
Yeah, Williams was right there waiting for him.
That is a great play by Mr. Tion. Once again, Winston's in the triple set. Graves drops back. It's a quick.
Popped into the air. Number 82 catches it.
Big man.
And there's number 82, Brandon Atkins. Oh, wait, hold on.
I think this is 62, boss.
Yeah, 62, Kendall Graves.
Big man with the ball in his hand.
And that thing went up. He made sure he got under it.
Nothing makes me more happy than seeing a big guy with the ball in his hand.
Yep.
Pause. Athletic play by the old lineman, though.
Very athletic.
It'll be 3rd and super long for the Winston-Salem State University Rams. There's a handoff to Mr. Sloan as he bounces out to the right, and he's stopped behind the line.
And there is a flag on the play.
We're not paying attention to the band close enough because they were just in all pink, and they're back to being the Blue Thunder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're back to it. And the Winston-Salem band is taken to the track.
And while we peeked at that, that was a 4th down play. But we have Monte Seabrook ready to receive the punt. Let's see what he can do for us today. Yes, sir. As Winston-Salem State University sets up for the punt. Good snap. Good punt. Almost blocked. Oh, Monte Seabrook. He didn't touch the ball, but he slipped. He definitely took a dive. He is not happy with himself.
Okay, so it's the cleats.
It's
or
the
what?
cleats. I'm giving. It's gotta be cleats.
It's the second time we've seen him slip like that.
That could be on ESPN, not top 10 right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Good thing he did not touch the ball, so it's not a muff.
Right.
Look at him laughing at himself as he's met by Deandre Adams. Livingstone offense comes onto the field. Longer being back. Brandon Duncan out to the right. Longer being waits the snap. He drops back, looks to the left. He moves up to the pocket and met by a defensive lineman. As the whistles blow, he's brought down. Looks to be number 98.
That's
Karan
Jeter.
Jeter.
A Winston-Salem native.
Yeah, he met him as soon as he stepped up in the pocket. Livingstone in a double set, 2 receivers to each side. Longerbeam looks to pass the ball. He's met again in the backfield. There's a flag to the right of the play. Down by the Winston-Salem State sideline. Figure out what the flag was for. You got a couple Winston players pointing that it is against the Livingstone Blue Bears, in which it is a legal formation. That is another big penalty against the Blue Bears. That stops momentum.
So as we go into this week, this homecoming week, we look forward at our schedule. We will be playing Fayetteville State for our homecoming game next week. But in addition to that, our girls volleyball team will be playing on Monday at 6 o'clock against Fayetteville State as well. So we have 2 opportunities to thrash them.
Yes, sir.
For our homecoming week.
Gotta take advantage of those opportunities.
Oh, we got to take advantage because Fayetteville State's football team did not come to play. Like they're serious. Number 1 in CI South. I think they're actually undefeated in conference play.
I believe so. Livingstone's offense has a bunch trip set to the left of the quarterback with number 15, Ryan Williams, out by himself.
I don't think I've seen them run this formation before.
This used to be my favorite formation here. It can be real tricky with this. I believe they're going deep. I believe they're going deep. Longer beam gets to show off his arm. Let's see. As he rolls out to the right, receiver falls down. Play busted.
Is the defensive line of Winston that good? Because I swear they get to him every single time.
That's what it looks like. That is what it looks like.
I mean, they're really just getting in there and putting serious pressure on longer beam.
They're
every
disrupting.
single play. Yeah.
They're disrupting every single play that we have, and I believe, we can make the adjustments to stop those situations. But what I'm seeing right now, they're bringing 38 Marquis Adams in the game. I believe they're using that as an extra blocker.
Oh yeah.
And nothing's gonna get by him. Livingstone is in a double set, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Someone jumped. Oh no. Delay a game, Livingstone College Blue Bears.
See, and I mean, shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean, because now we're 3rd and long.
Yeah. It's about 23 yards, 3rd and 23. It's possible to get now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know Longer Beam's got the arms. We've got the people, the receivers that can definitely get out there and make the play happen.
Longer beam shifts away from another defender as he throws the ball away. He was met with another defensive lineman in the backfield.
Yep.
So that was the only logical thing to do, was throw the ball away.
All right, and we've got about 3:10 left in the half. It's still scoreless for Livingstone, 7 points for Winston-Salem.
Josue gets the punt and kicks it down the field. Fair catch. Winston-Salem State will receive the ball on their 47. Blue Bears 47. Land Shark defense back on the field, ready to make the stops necessary to give the ball back to the offense. Offense will repay them soon enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we know it's coming. We know it's coming. You can bank on that. You know what else you can bank with? F&M Bank. They are a proud supporter of Livingstone College athletics. You can go to fmbnc.com or visit one of the 8 Rowan locations in Salisbury, Granite Quarry, Rockwell, Faith, and China Grove.
Graves met with the Livingstone Blue Bear defensive lineman in the backfield, number 32, Zaya Gibson, as he overthrows his receiver, number 11, Daryl Dowdell, out of Atlanta, Georgia. That was a good play. Being able to get pressure on the other team's quarterback is big, and that seems to be what Winston's defense is banking on. So we have to continue to put pressure on Graves himself as he looks to throw the ball deep, and he takes off running himself. And he
bump him.
Oh, he's making moves down the field. He gets to the sideline, out of to the right.
Wow.
That was big.
Yeah, that was
made
big.
Huge plays with his feet.
Yeah, and see, and that's what we saw, early in the game. We saw glimpses of him being able to make those plays with his feet. He's been going to the air and, trying to, and then handing it off to his receivers. But, man, we saw right there just how dangerous he is on the ground.
He's just bouncing off people left and right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to wrap him up.
Hope for somebody else to get him. Hand off to Mr. Sloan down to the left side as he is met by Monte Seabrook behind the line. It's a good tackle right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sloan was trying to make a play, a cut up the field, but Monte Seabrook met him before he could get that left foot planted.
Mm-hmm.
Second and long.
2 minutes left, almost to the 2-minute warning.
Winston-Salem State University in a triple set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Graves drops back, looks to pass the ball as he's met with a defensive lineman in the backfield. That's big. That is number 93, Deandre Moore.
And Deandre laid him flat.
That was another wheel route that we see from Winston-Salem State trying to implement into their offense. But that time it wasn't Mr. Sloan, it was Pharrell Murchison. It is great to see the pressure being bought. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've been saying this all game. On both sides of the ball, the defense has been spectacular.
Graves drops back. Ball is up. And it is stopped. Monte Seabrook was on the play. His lockdown defense. Monte Seabrook was on him, and over the top was Walter Watkins to stop the play. It is 4th and 12. Monte Seabrook with his heels on the 5. He scoots up to the 10. Usually the ball gets kicked over your head on the 10, you let it go. Snap, punt in the air, short and high punt, out of bounds. Let's see where it's spotted. On Livingstone 15.
All right, in about a minute and a half until halftime. Still scoreless, 7-0.
Let's see what the Blue Bears offense can do with the minute and a half to go. Hopefully they can get 3.
Yeah.
We would love 7.
And I mean, even those little hurry-up plays they've been running, you know, just try to get those, you know, and even just get it out of bounds, stop the clock, and just move it right on upfield.
Yes, sir.
Hotwire Communications Fission is here. Advanced services for your home and business. That's Hotwire Communications for gigabit internet, HD IP TV, and digital voice. Go to salisbury.fission.com or call 800-355-5668.
Andrew Ferramo met in the backfield by a Winston-Salem State defender for a 2-yard loss. It interests me with a minute and a half to go, running the ball. I mean, I understand you have the athletes to do the situations with fullback run by Marquis Adams as he hurdles a player, but he meets the ground next.
Right. Yeah, I don't really understand it either, especially considering that you're so close.
Right.
You know, you. Yeah, man.
You can make the plays. Make them. I believe Livingstone would just drain the clock, let it go to the half. Letting the play clock drain. It's another run play as it brings up 4th down. That run play lets the clock continue as Livingstone moves on to halftime.
All right. And we see the Winston-Salem band mobilized, ready to go. And at halftime, the score is Winston-Salem State University 7, your Livingstone College Blue Bears 0.
Let's take a moment to recognize our sponsors. Nationwide, Hotwire Communications, F&M Bank, Novant Health, Edward Jones Investments, and our very own WLJZ 107.1 FM.
This is Mark Jennings of the Jennings Insurance Agency. I'm not just a local agent, I'm also your neighbor. So what matters most to you also matters most to me. At my agency, I take the time to make sure I understand your insurance needs. So for auto, home, or life insurance, come see me today and let me show you how having an agent who cares can make all the difference in the world.
Join me in Salisbury at 503 Faith Road, right next door to Winks. Or just give me a call, 704-637-7733, and put the Jennings Agency on your side.
All right, and we're going to take it down to the field where the Winston-Salem State Rams are about to perform for halftime.
North Carolina, we call them chain reaction. The field is yours. That smooth and silk flag line we call silky
Livingstone.
Exactly, Blue Bears. Look, what'd you say?
I started representing the high school.
Okay. Look, well, that's straight from Javon. This is Livingstone Blue Bears. Say, let's go, Blue Bears.
Let's go, Blue Bears.
All right, here's your fan pack that you have won. All right.
Silky. And now it is time to feature the ladies of Scarlet Lake. Don't blame it on the juice. Oh yeah, Scarlet Lake. This is how we do it. Red and sound. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, we're gonna change it up a little. And now we're gonna take you back. Yeah, got a little 69 boys for you. Pop it. Oh, make some noise for the Winston-Salem State University Red Sea of Sound, under the direction of Dr. Michael Magruder, Associate Director of Band, Dr. James Armstrong, Assistant Director, Dr. Tika Dowsett, Percussion Tech, Mr. Jamal Evans, Coordinators, Ms. Stephanie Magruder, Jillian Williams, and India Payne. But before we go, we're gonna turn it on. We all have a story to tell.
there's only one Red Sea of Sound. Good job. Give it up for the Livingstone College Blue Thunder Marching Band. Gerald Poe, please come to the student team. Gerald Poe, please come to the student team.
Taking away from us.
Our legacy, please come.
Welcome back, Blue Bears. We are back ready for the game after halftime. The score is 7-0, and we have a new quarterback in the game. Miles Hayes back in the game, looking for the spark that we need to get 7 points on the board. Miles Hayes gets the snap. It's a quick handoff for about a 1-yard gain. That is none other than Daryl Bethune, the leading rusher of the Blue Bears. Livingstone in a double set. Daryl Bethune to the right of Miles Hayes. Well, let's see what Miles Hayes can bring to the table, if he can bring that spark we need.
Oh, man.
As he drops back, quick pass, batted down.
Immediately. Yeah, I mean, just the pressure that Winston's been able to put on us this game, man, it's really made it tough for our quarterbacks to get any kind of flow and to really even be able to settle down in the pocket.
I mean, that was a very athletic play right there to be able to bat that ball down. Livingstone in the trip set. Miles Hayes gets the snap. He drops back. He scoots up in the pocket. Oh, incomplete. Ball intended for number 83, Deandre Vickers. And that is a 3 and out by the Livingstone Blue Bears. What I did see was a spark of energy. I did see some energy, and I did see them try to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah. But see, I mean, Winston's matching us, and that's the issue. You know, I mean, we brought the energy, but number 5, DeAndre Blevins, on that last one, I mean, just got in there, broke that pass up. Yeah, man, let's see if we can try to get any kind of edge, because right now it's almost looking like a stalemate.
Right.
And, you know, and they were just able to get that sneaky touchdown in first that gave them an edge. But, you know, if we can really try to pull out, and so, like you were saying, hopefully Hayes can give us that kind of spark to give us some type of edge.
Right. We got the friendly roll on that punt to get us where we needed to get. And here comes that land shark defense. Graves gets the handoff. He hands it off to number 8, Murchison.
And Murchison,
man, he is barreling over.
I
oh
mean,
my goodness!
Right up the middle. If they had not gotten him by his shoelaces, he really would have taken it to the house.
It would have been him and Monte Seabrook, and I got my money on Seabrook.
You know what? Yeah, you're right about that one. I got my money on Seabrook.
Another handoff. And there he goes. Murchison again.
Yeah, it seems like it's just enough for a first down.
I don't know if you saw, but Raheem Coxfield had a offensive lineman all by himself and drove him into the ground.
Oh, wow. No, I missed that one. But that's characteristic of Raheem Coxfield. Like, that's how he plays.
Overpowering.
Yeah, man. Just pancaking guys.
Ridiculous. Graves waiting for the snap. And there it is, another handoff. Right back up the middle.
So they seem to think they've got some kind of sweet spot, because 3 plays back to back up the middle with Murchison.
There they go. The band. They are not listening right now.
And, I mean, the referees have said something to the band at least 3 times this game. And they continue to play while the ball is live.
There you go. Another handoff right back up the middle. And that is a Winston-Salem first down.
4 plays in a row.
Up the middle with Murchison.
Same personnel.
Livingstone has to find the answer.
Yeah, got to.
Have to find the answer for that up the middle play. Because if not, Murchison will continue to hurt this Livingstone defense. And that was Sloan stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, I think that well, let me not jinx it. But we've started to be able to predict Sloan's movements a little bit. Because at the beginning, he really was on a tear. First quarter, he was doing what he wanted. He's definitely quieted down since then.
That overthrown wheel route that he, oh my gosh, if he would have caught that, it would have been a totally different thing. Timeout by Winston-Salem State University.
Let's take a moment to recognize our sponsors. Nationwide, Hotwire Communications, F&M Bank, Novant Health, Edward Jones Investments, and our very own WLJZ 107.1 FM.
This is Mark Jennings of the Jennings Insurance Agency. I'm not just a local agent, I'm also your neighbor. So what matters most to you also matters most to me. At my agency, I take the time to make sure I understand your insurance needs. So for auto, home, or life insurance, come see me today and let me show you how having an agent who cares can make all the difference in the world.
Join me in Salisbury at 503 Faith Road, right next door to Winks. Or just give me a call, 704-637-7733, and put the Jennings Agency on your side.
All right, and we are back. I'm sure that in the background you can hear the thunderous roar of the Blue Thunder Marching Band.
Handoff to Mr. Sloan. Up the right sideline once again. Sloan scores another touchdown.
I think I jinxed it.
You might have jinxed it, but I see a couple flags on the play. Holding. Winston-Salem State.
All right, call that back.
You got saved by the flag.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I don't want to set us up for failure.
We were so used to them running up the middle that we did not see him coming up the sideline. They have to be ready for almost everything on this Winston-Salem team. They have a mobile quarterback. They have two great running backs. And they have a receiving core that's pretty good but have not been in the game like that. So I would give that a little pat on the back to our defensive secondary.
Yeah, our secondary has definitely kept their receivers kind of out of the loop when it comes to how they disperse the ball. It's been strictly, I mean, these running backs have run the whole game.
Right.
No pun intended.
Graves. Oh, fake throw as he rolls out to the left. And he turns around and is met by
Devontae Adams, the land shark
himself. There's a flag down the field. Let's see what that is. It can't be a pass interference. It could be a defensive holding. It could be. Yes, sir. A defensive holding. Now, we've been talking about penalties on the offensive side of the ball, but that's a pretty big one on the defensive side of the ball. That one right there will hurt a pretty big bit.
And then the fact that it happened directly after a huge play that Devontae Adams had made. This is kind of, and it's sad to say, but it's almost becoming characteristic of this Blue Bear team. Like, you can't go and do something fantastic, play, amazing football, and then right around, give it up. And we have Sloan going up the middle trying for it. And he stopped right around the line of scrimmage.
Now, over the course of the years, Livingstone has actually been the most penalized team in the CIAA for almost 2 years.
Yeah, see, and that can't be.
So seeing that, I mean, you know, it has to do with personal things and having to hold yourself accountable for certain things you do on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that Livingstone has a problem with that. I just think it's certain stuff that they need to work on. Other than that, it's a pretty good team. Graves gets a snap, and it's a quick slant to number 1, Chandler Belk, that it's covered up. Covered up literally.
By number 42, Roddy Brooks was all over him.
Beautiful. Were you at Midnight Madness?
Oh, absolutely.
That was beautiful.
You know I was there.
I didn't get to go, man. I had a JV football game.
Oh, man, how's the season going?
Season's going great. We are 8-1.
All right.
As a varsity team.
Yeah, man, that's
and
what's up.
It's beautiful. We beat East Davidson team 61-0. And it was, I mean, yeah, we did not expect to beat them like that, but that's what we're going to take. Graves puts the ball up in the air, nothing but grass. Man. Touchdown, number 80. Cameron
Williams from Greensboro.
What
went to High Point Christian Academy.
Now, we talk about his legs, but that pass was
yeah. I mean, he really unloaded that. Yeah. Cameron Williams had created just enough separation between him and the defender. I mean, that was textbook.
I got 11. Eligible 40.
Stay off the snapper, guys.
All right, and they'll be attempting the point after. What's up?
Yes.
And it's good. And that takes the score to 14-0, favoring the Winston-Salem State University Rams. The Blue Bears are still scoreless. I've had several opportunities. Haven't been able to quite capitalize the way we need to. Just under 10 minutes left in the third quarter, so it's a lot of football left to play.
The penalties, man.
Yeah.
Penalties play a huge part in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Livingstone offense has to continue to fight from behind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've had a personnel switch up, brought in Miles Hayes, switched him out for Xavier Longerbeam. He brought in, as you said, a bit of a spark of energy that last drive. Wasn't necessarily, super productive. So we'll see what he's able to do this time around.
Definitely. And the ball is up. It's a good return up the left side. He breaks it up the middle. He's brought down. There's a flag on the play, but brought down at the Livingstone 37. That's number 82. Victor Blackwell on the return.
This is Mark Jennings of the Jennings Insurance Agency. I'm not just a local agent, I'm also your neighbor. So what matters most to you also matters most to me. At my agency, I take the time to make sure I understand your insurance needs. So for auto, home, or life insurance, come see me today and let me show you how having an agent who cares can make all the difference in the world.
Join me in Salisbury at 503 Faith Road, right next door to Winks. Or just give me a call, 704-637-7733, and put the Jennings Agency on your side.
Miles Hayes and company back on the field. That looked to be a holding by the Winston-Salem State kickoff team. Quick pass. As he is flipped in the backfield. 6 yards back, but there's also a flag down there by the Winston-Salem State sideline.
That was number 36, Eamon Tinsley.
First time we heard his name.
Yeah. 6'2" freshman from Savannah, Georgia.
Nice size. See what we got.
There's no penalty on the play.
Wave the flag.
Second down.
No penalty, so it'll be second and about 15. Once again, Livingstone Blue Bears fighting from behind. And 15 yards back. Livingstone in the trip set. Hayes awaits the snap. Drops back. Supposed to be a quick screen to Anthony Ferramo, and he still throws it up to him, and he makes a play. Almost a Livingstone first down. Great job moving his legs, Miles Hayes, to continue to keep that play alive.
Yep, and keeping his head up.
Good job.
Very easily could have, tried to just take it himself,
Yes,
run.
sir.
We know that, he has the propensity to do that
Oh, of
sometimes.
course.
He's got the legs, but he kept his head up, saw Ferramo over there, and got it straight to him.
A way to go for Ferramo to keep his eyes up with the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Travel with the quarterback, you get the ball.
Yeah, but and that's with Ferramo being a senior, being a veteran on this team.
Livingstone in a bunch set to the right. Hayes. Oh! One-handed catch almost completed by Anthony Ferramo. That brings up fourth down. Fourth and about 4 yards to go for the Livingstone Blue Bears. I believe they're sitting on the punt squad now.
All right.
I believe Coach Williams kind of wanted to go for it at first.
Yeah, because originally it wasn't the punting squad that went out.
Right.
Which, that would have made sense. We got 9 minutes left, a lot of game left to play. I wouldn't be upset with him going for it, especially considering we're down by 2 touchdowns. This is, some of the best positioning we've had in the game.
That's a beautiful punt with the roll down. Oh, touched it a little bit prematurely. But the ball will be down on the Winston-Salem 6-yard line.
Oswego Gomez has been doing a pretty good job today with the kicking.
Pardon me, 7-yard line, not 6. Land Shark defense ready to make plays. You have Graves in his own end zone as he hands it off to look to be Mr. Sloan for I believe a 2-yard gain.
Slight gain, just enough to get them out of the end zone.
Like you said, just enough to get them out of the end zone. That's what we see a lot down there at the end zone area. You expect a pass sometimes, but you get the run yards, and that is what confuses defense, and it brings them what they need yardage-wise to get out of that deficit.
Yeah,
Graves goes to the left and throws. Oh, incompleted. He had a receiver open. He threaded the needle.
And who was over there but Monte Seabrook?
He looks to be shaken up.
Yeah, he hit the ground pretty hard. And he's been a force in this game on both sides of the ball.
Continuous force. As you see our wonderful training out there. It's Jamie Kent.
And they actually recently started a social media page, LC Training Room.
Did they really?
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
that's nice. So y'all follow that right there, man. Show support.
For our fantastic trainers and the work
their
that they
staff.
put in. Yeah. Our sports medicine department is fantastic. They work tirelessly for all of our athletes to make sure that they're in tip-top shape and remain that way. All right, We see Monte getting up.
Good to see him up and walking.
There's the applause as he leaves the field. Yeah, he still seems shaken up, but is able to walk, get his legs under him, get to the sideline.
Yeah, when he hit the ground, he looked to grab his head.
Yeah.
And that might be what it is. It might be a concussion.
Yeah. So they'll put him through the protocol.
Yeah. But you want no one other than Jamie Ken in your corner.
Absolutely. If you know anybody's going to nurse you back to health, it's going to be her.
Definitely. Graves drops back. He looks deep, and it is in the air. Overthrown.
But number 41, Jordan Oates, was on the man, like white on rice.
The intended receiver is number 80, Cameron Williams. Good to see the Blue Bear defense holding up like we know they can. And as you see, with Monte Seabrook out, we get to see none other than who? Jamon Handy.
Yeah, the handyman's coming back in. And you know what? I like this because they're really they're most likely not going to get the ball past the 50-yard line. So it's going to give us excellent positioning. If Handy can catch this
and make a play.
They
have no clue who they just kicked the ball to. And he rumbles his way up to about the Livingstone 32-yard line. From a punt from the 49-yard line. That's a good return.
And that seemed almost effortless for him.
Oh, yeah. He didn't even have to make a move. He just ran straight up the middle.
Let's see what Hayes and Co. can do. Got excellent field positioning.
Excellent field
positioning. Start this
the
drive.
Best field position we've had since the start of the game. And a little confusion on the field by the Livingstone receivers. Anthony Ferramo is down by himself, close to the line, as they send Andrew Ferramo in motion to the right side. Miles Hayes drops. Oh, this is the – oh!
And there is an interception. I mean, and the trick play was drawn up.
Williams with the interception. There's a flag on the play. The crazy thing is, I know exactly the name and why they ran that play. The name is called that play is called Peanut Butter. All right, you have the receivers drop back behind the line so he can still be able to throw the ball. But Ryan, the biggest mistake is not putting air under the ball. You don't put air under the ball, something like that happens. You know, that was a perfect play for that situation.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was going to work, but the defender just kind of plotted that out way too perfectly.
I'm pretty sure Coach Williams is going to let him know that he should have put air under that. I mean, Ryan knows that. He was a high school quarterback, and he came here to play quarterback, and we ended up, using him everywhere. So he knows his mistake, and we don't have too much room for mistake, but that is not a mistake we cannot come back from. Yeah. So he'll be straight. Team will be just fine. Let's get back to playing Blue Bear defense.
Yeah.
I used to bomb those, man. I had like 5 completions. That's my favorite play. I hear peanut butter, my eyes open up. Yes, sir.
About 6:30 left in the game. The score is 14-0 going toward the Winston-Salem State University Rams.
Livingstone for 140 years, Livingstone College has stood for academic excellence and Christian values. As times change, we're committed to preparing students for the global society. When you think of excellence, think Livingstone.
Nationwide, on your side, Jennings Insurance Agency in Salisbury, North Carolina is on your side. You can reach them at 704-637-7733. That's 704-637-7733. Edward Jones Investments, John P. McGrail, Retirement, Education Saving, and Insurance. You can contact them at 1626 West Ennis Street, Salisbury, North Carolina. Call them at 704-603-4354. That's 704-603-4354.
So there was a big flag on that play that brought the Winston-Salem State Rams back toward their end zone. So they would take the ball on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, so they've got the possession, but, you know, they don't have great position, so make do with what we've got.
Exactly. Interesting move with you have Walter Watkins playing corner right now. He's our starting safety, but he is hands down one of the best lockdown cover corners on this team.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, Walter Watkins, he's got a nose for it. And we see a quick stop.
You see Monte Seabrook back on the field. I'm guessing it wasn't his head. To be honest, when he got off the field, I saw him point at his ankle.
Okay.
So that might have been it. And
yeah, it might have been a really bad roll.
Right.
But he's up, and he seems like he is ready to go.
Quick pass by Mr. Graves, and he is met. That looks to be Mr. McGuire. Raymond
with
McGuire.
The assist by Seabrook. But yeah, Raymond McGuire with the initial contact, wrapping him up. That'll bring us to third down and about 5.
Correction. That's not Raymond. That is Dominique Alexander. Dominique Alexander hit him first. Raymond McGuire met with the help of Seabrook. They're making the necessary changes around in the defense to stop this Winston-Salem State offense as Graves moves out to the left and just throws the ball away.
Yeah, couldn't get anything to go and just had to throw it to the sideline.
With about 4 minutes and 58 seconds left in the game, Winston-Salem State University is up 14-0 as the Blue Bears await the punt. Monte Seabrook back again. Pretty good punt. Nice and high, returnable. And it is muffed. Looks to be recovered by the Winston-Salem State University Rams. Monte Seabrook, it did not look like he fair caught the ball. He looked like he was trying to make a play, and it was muffed.
Yeah.
Hit the fingertips and bounced totally away from him. So that keeps the Blue Bear defense on the field. And there's a Winston-Salem State University Ram on the field, down.
Next winner for our veterans raffle, ticket number 0.
Let's take a moment to recognize our sponsors. Nationwide, Hotwire Communications, F&M Bank, Novant Health, Edward Jones Investments, and our very own WLJZ 107.1 FM.
This is Mark Jennings of the Jennings Insurance Agency. I'm not just a local agent, I'm also your neighbor. So what matters most to you also matters most to me. At my agency, I take the time to make sure I understand your insurance needs. So for auto, home, or life insurance, come see me today and let me show you how having an agent who cares can make all the difference in the world.
Join me in Salisbury at 503 Faith Road, right next door to Winks. Or just give me a call, 704-637-7733, and put the Jennings Agency on your side.
All right, and we see that the injured player has come off of the field, and they'll line up right on the 50-yard line.
Blue Bear defense back on the field after the muff punt. Big mistake right there, but I believe we'll get back to it. Handoff to Mr. Sloan up the field for about a 4-yard gain, 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Look like Devontae Adams on the stop. Graves awaits the snap. Gets the snap, another handoff to Sloan as he takes it up the right side of the field.
He gets bumped and finally brought down. That's a gain of about 4.
And the helmet of number 72, Garrett Hines, is ripped off as he has to come off the field. On the defensive side. Helmets getting ripped off, people getting hurt, people getting flipped. This is nothing less than a physical game. This is what we anticipated the game to be. And this is what we got. Just need the points to show for it. Yeah. Graves gets the ball. And he throws it deep once again. Overthrows number 80, Cameron
Williams. There's a flag on the play. I mean.
Yeah, he's trying to show it all off now.
Yeah, yeah. He really just unloaded a rocket.
Ineligible receiver. Awesome. Number 1. 5 yards.
There was an ineligible receiver down the field.
That penalty is declined.
Set number 1 means he was covered up.
Yeah.
That'll be a 5-yard loss for Winston-Salem.
Now I see what I see. I knew I wasn't tripping. The punter for the Winston-Salem State Rams is the quarterback. And Graves is not doing a bad job punting the ball, but this time, thank you so very much for the touchback. Graves is looking at the refs saying that he got hit, but
they didn't call it.
We didn't see it.
You know?
Now the Blue Bear offense is coming back on the field. Miles Hayes brings the spark that the Blue Bears need. We just need to complete these drives. We complete these drives, the points will come, the energy will return, and we will win this game.
And we got to stop making careless errors.
Yes, sir. Penalties, in fact.
It's the penalties.
Oh, man. That was a quick screen to number 8, Andrew Ferramo, in the middle of traffic.
Just couldn't hold on to it.
Right. Livingstone in a trip set, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That single receiver is none other than DeAndre Vickers. Hayes drops back. He looks for a receiver, almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness.
And that was number 35 for the Rams. That's Kalen Allen. Nearly picked that ball off.
Pass intended for number 89, Jordan Cartwright on the quick slant. That window was open for a second and closed just like that. Blue Bears in that same formation. Hayes looks back at the clock. Waits the snap. He gets the snap, and he drops back. Oh, man. He looked the pass and then just curled up.
Yeah.
The Winston-Salem State Blue Ram defense was just right on his tail.
On him. It's been amazing how they've just been able to make it right through the offensive line.
Right. They've just been having their way.
Yeah. That's the thing. Not to take anything away from the Winston-Salem offense. They've been good. You know, they've done what they're supposed to do. But I think the crowning achievement for them throughout this game so far has been that defense. The pressure they've been able to put on the quarterback. And we see on that punt, special teams are able to get out on it.
Almost at the 2-minute mark. 14-0 Winston-Salem State University Rams. Blue Bear Land Shark defense ready to go. Graves gets the snap and he hands it off to Murchison as he rushes up the left side of the field. For a Winston-Salem State first down. Graves awaits the snap. Gets the snap. Quick pass as he pump fakes and the ball is up in the air with an open receiver, but is off the fingertips of his receiver. That was almost a big play for the Winston-Salem State Rams.
Very close. I mean,
he had the defensive back beat by about a yard.
Yeah.
And the ball was just a yard in front of him.
Just a yard. I mean, literally at his fingertips.
And that intended receiver is number 87, Quincy Jackson, on that play. The ball is handed off to Sloan up the middle of the field as he barrels forward a couple blocks from his offensive line.
Yeah, and he's met by a bush of blueberries.
Oh, yeah. That's about a 4-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 6 with about 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the game. There's a blue bear down. That blue bear is Devontae Adams. As he hobbles off the field with no help, one-legged. And it is that same ankle. Over and over and over again. He continues to get back in the game.
That boy is a warrior. Because not only has he stayed in the game, but he continues to make plays. I believe this is his first game back after his injury.
Right. Graves with another quick pass. His receiver just was not ready for it.
Nah, yeah. Glanced right off him.
Our 50-50 raffle winner, sponsored by the Livingstone College Salisbury Row and David County Alumni Chapter, ticket number 903
There's 1 minute left in the game. Not in the game. I'm kidding.
In the third quarter.
Kidding. almost. I'm not ready to leave just yet.
Right. Trying to get us out of here early.
No. 14-0 is the score. Winston-Salem State Rams up. Graves drops back for the pass as he's throwing deep once again. And it is not completed. Winston-Salem is just, they're just going deep.
Yeah. Graves seems to be really warmed up at this point. I mean, his arm, he's just letting it go. If he's past midfield, he's just going to, bomb it.
All right.
As I look at the stadium today and I look into the stands, what really stands out to me is that this seems to be a real community-engaged game. I mean, we've got people from the local high schools, local elementary schools. Of course, we got the family out in Winston, and they're here deep. I mean, this is a very well-attended game, and it just kind of goes to show that, Livingstone is still a part of the community very much. And, that everybody wants to come out and show love to the family.
It's caught by Deandre Vickers, but we see a flag in the backfield. And to piggyback off what you said about the community, I saw a couple of my students here.
Oh, yeah.
And the ROTC, as you said, is just big. And seeing a school in this area, a college, an institution that these kids have the opportunity to actually see and be around is great for them.
Absolutely, yeah. Being in a small town like Salisbury, to be able to come onto a college campus, and spend time and get a taste of the experience, man. There's nothing like it. I hope that we get everybody back here next week for homecoming.
Me too. They're not going to want to miss it. The play is whistled dead.
Right. What happened there? And we have a false start on the field.
On the Blue Bears. So now it is 1st and 25. At least they have 4 chances to get it. It can be done.
Certainly can, especially when you've got as dynamic a personnel as we do. I mean, we've got several players who can make the big plays. Just a matter of execution.
It's finally in the game. Miles Hayes drops back and he spins out to the left as he evades defenders. Ball is up and it is caught by Deandre Vickers. The ball was caught by Deandre Vickers. One receiver missed it, which was Davion Howard. It was a little bit too high for him.
But Vickers was right there.
Sure handled.
And it was enough of a heads-up play because he wasn't the intended receiver.
Right.
But, enough of a heads-up play that he was there and he made the catch.
Way to go, Miles Hayes, for keeping that play alive.
So
using your legs and your arm. It's great. Great job.
All right. So we are starting the 4th quarter, 15 minutes, 14-0, going toward the direction of the Winston-Salem State University Rams.
The 50-50 raffle winner of the Salisbury Rowan Davies County of $173 is ticket number 903540.
That was Deandre Vickers' first catch of the game, was it?
I believe it was.
That was his second target, first catch.
Yeah, first catch.
That was a
It
big
was
one.
like a 20-yard catch just about.
Yeah, 20-yard catch.
To claim your $173.
Well, I'll say 19.
Yeah, just short.
It's a big one, though. Livingstone is back in that triple set. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There, Bethune in the backfield. Hayes awaits the snap. Waiting for the ref to give permission.
Yeah. What's going on today? I'm not sure. The play clock is good. See what the holdup is.
I don't know if you can see, but over there on the Winston-Salem State sideline, they're warming up a couple different quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I can see the ball going. So, send both teams over to the sidelines. Not quite sure exactly what's going on.
I'm not just a local agent. I'm also your neighbor. So what matters most to you also matters most to me. At my agency, I take the time to make sure I understand.
I believe Winston-Salem State University called a timeout.
Okay, yeah.
Let me show you how having an agent who cares can make all the difference.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
Join me in Salisbury.
And you know, at Edward P. Jones, they make sense of investing. John P. McGrail in Salisbury handles retirement, education saving, and insurance. You can go see him at 1626 West Ennis Street in Salisbury, North Carolina, or contact him at 704-603-4354. You can also visit www.edwardjones.com/John/McGrail. F&M Bank proudly supports Livingstone College athletics. You can visit fmbnc.com or the 8 Rowan County locations in Salisbury, Granite Quarry, Rockwell, Faith, and China Grove. F&M Bank, a tradition for life.
Let's take a moment to recognize our sponsors. Nationwide, Hotwire Communications, F&M Bank, Novant Health, Edward Jones Investments, and our very own WLJZ 107.1 FM.
All right, and we're back. Both teams are taking the field once again after that timeout from Winston-Salem. We have 15 minutes left, and we're just going into the fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
The score is 14-0. The advantage going to Winston-Salem.
In the words of some of our JV players on the team, it's fourth quarter, stupid.
It is.
Let's go. Ball is in the air. Miles Hayes, it is intercepted in the middle of the field, and it is returned. He looks to take this to the end zone. That looks like exactly what he's doing. And that is number 2, Darius Skinner. That guy right there, Darius Skinner, was CIAA like top of the class last year.
I can definitely see it because the guy's got the jets.
He caught so many picks last year.
Oh man! And there is a flag, but it was thrown in the end zone.
Near the end zone, yeah.
There is a flag on the play.
But man, no, that guy Darius Skinner, yeah, he's a real deal at DB. He's a real deal.
And the guy is definitely talented, but I'll even say you can't. Yeah, that's a pass you can't throw.
That was almost what do you say? Almost a 65-yard pick return.
Yeah.
That was, he went from sideline to sideline. He was determined to get to the end zone.
He was, absolutely. And, I mean, you saw it from the moment he touched it. He really took off. There was no hesitation.
None. And he followed his blockers, man. That's all you got to do. Ball is up, and it is good. Score is 21-0, Winston-Salem State University, with 14 minutes and 42 seconds to go.
Now, I think the most frustrating thing about this is it just doesn't give our defense enough time to breathe. Like, and they've been working.
Yep.
You know, as you said earlier, man, they've been picking up their lunch pails and going to work every play. And, you know, when you're putting in that much work, it's tiring. And we're trying to, you know, make it through. We got a few more games in the season. These guys are going to be exhausted, and we're seeing it with the injuries and everything else. It's like, hey, look, at the very least, offense, you got to hold things down. So, but they're setting up for the punt. Or for kickoff. We got number 36 in the back, Eamon Tinsley.
Number 82, Blackwell. As those two await the kickoff, as the ball is moved up about 10 yards.
And they're setting up for the kickoff.
Right. I mean, all we need is one quick spark.
Mm-hmm.
One quick spark, and we will get exactly what we need to get this going. We have a whole quarter left.
There is. There's an entire quarter left to play, a lot of football left to play.
And there it is. The ball's in the air. Who was that?
That was
Raheem Coxfield.
Man.
Number
and
2.
You said that. That's. I mean, that is probably the most surprising stat that I've heard
trying to
all
tell
day.
you.
But you're
2.
absolutely right. I mean, he's always right there, and they try to, you know, underkick it a little bit because the deep guys will definitely go for a run.
Yeah.
Man.
And he just ran over a couple people, did what he could do.
Man. That's one guy, man. He can just do whatever.
All right. Miles Hayes and company back on the field looking to keep the ball safe this time.
About half a minute into the fourth quarter, we're looking at a 21-0 deficit right now between the Winston-Salem State Rams and your Livingstone College Blue Bears.
Hayes receives a snap as he looks to the left. He rolls out right. Ball is, intercepted once again.
That's the third interception.
He was looking for Davion Howard.
That's what I'm talking about. See?
And the ball was intercepted by, looked to be number 5, Deandre Blevins. Trying to make a play. Maybe doing a little too much.
Yeah. And that's, I think it's the same thing with our quarterbacks, man. They've got to be more settled. It seems like we're, you know, just kind of trying to force plays and make things happen when it's like, hey, it's going to come. If our play calling is right, you know, you settle down, you do what you're supposed to do, it'll come. But I do also understand that there's been a lot of pressure from the D-line.
Right.
I mean, Winston has done a fantastic job of putting pressure on our quarterbacks, whether it's Longer, Beam, or Hayes.
All right. Speaking of fantastic job, it's another fantastic job by Mr. Murchison up the middle of the field.
Oh, man.
For a Winston-Salem State first down.
Yep. And we've got Nareek Smith over on the side warming up for Winston-Salem. Oh. Excuse me. Lazarus Anderson warming up for us from Fairburn, Georgia.
Handoff again to Murchison as he is met by a swarm of Blue Bears. Number 33, Ian Tyler, leads the pack. Now, as you said, Lazarus Anderson is warming up, and we saw a little bit of him, you know, what was the Lincoln game?
Yeah.
And he did not do bad.
Yeah, no, he didn't do bad at all. And I think, you know, maybe a change of pace might be good for us because we just got to we got to play our own game. I think that we're allowing ourselves to get too rushed.
Right.
So, hopefully he'll come in with a cool head, be able to just keep himself under control.
And while we're talking about our potential quarterback change, number 6, Miles Timmons with the incomplete pass as he's in the game for Winston-Salem State.
Yeah, and that pass kind of pressure put on by number 32. That's Zaya Gibson. Excuse me, number 23, Damo Alexander.
Timmons awaits the snap, drops back, ball in the air, batted down by number 2, Walter Watkins. I thought they knew better than to try on him. That was a little underthrown. I see what they were doing. Back shoulder pass. Could have thrown it on over the right shoulder, but Walter Watkins turned around just in time to swat the ball down, and that's what makes him so great.
(21-0) is the score. The Winston-Salem State University Rams are up with about 12.5 minutes left to go in the game. And I believe there was a timeout called.
Yes, you were right. Timeout called by Winston-Salem.
And coming out of the Winston-Salem timeout, it is currently 4th down and about 11 for Winston. Hopefully they can make the stop about 15 yards out of the end zone.
4th down. Waiting on the ref to give permission to play ball. See Longerbeam down there warming up with Lazarus.
And Devontae Adams walking gingerly on the sideline.
Very gingerly. This is when he would show up, man.
Yep,
4th down play.
Yeah, those big stops that you need.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, you're right. 4th down and 11. I mean, with them this close to the end zone, this is where you want Devontae Adams in the game. And this, kind of goes to what I was saying earlier about, not having the defense out so much. Because I think, if he hadn't had to do so many. Oh, and the pass is broken up in the end zone.
Scared me a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's broken up by none other than Dominique Alexander.
Yeah, that cornerback there is all Damo. But yeah, just if Devontae had a few less reps, didn't have to come out as much, that ankle wouldn't be as fatigued.
Coach Williams sticks with Miles Hayes in the backfield. I believe he's going to give him one more chance.
Interesting choice.
So we will see what him and the two backs in the backfield can do. As he receives the snap, looked right, looked left, and he was brought down by more than one Winston-Salem State Ram.
Mm-hmm.
That offensive line is just collapsing on him, man. He can't make the decisions that he would like to make.
Yep.
He can't finish his progressions of reads from his first read to his.
And that's what it is. He'll start and he'll get to like the second read,
right.
and it's like they're already on him.
Exactly. Blue Bears in the same formation. He receives a snap. He hands it off. And he is brought down at the 4-yard line. That looked to be.
That's Faremo?
Yep, Andrew Faremo for another loss. I believe the Blue Bears have had more negative yardage than positive yardage this game.
Yeah. Which is sad.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's something that we've really done this season. We've been a team that's been able to move the ball upfield. It's that line. I mean, the offensive line has not been able to hold them off, and we see once again an extreme amount of pressure being put on Hayes.
That pressure causes him to throw the ball off course.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, that ball right there that could have been completed with DeAndre Vickers was completely off target.
Mm-hmm.
You had a guy coming from his right side, and he's looking to the left. By the time he throws the ball, the guy's in his face.
Yep.
And that was a 3rd and 20 play, and now it's 4th and 20.
Mm-hmm.
Josue Gomez literally just inside of the end zone as he tries to punt the ball.
Just inside.
The punt is in the air. Not too much a pretty one, but didn't get the roll we really needed. And they will get the ball at the 37-yard line. If you ask me, that's great. Great ball position.
Yeah. For Winston, they're doing pretty well. It's currently 11 minutes left in the game. Currently, the Winston-Salem State University Rams are up 21-0 over the Livingstone College Blue Bears. Started off as a very close game.
Right.
It was 7-0 for quite some time. But it seems that once Winston cracked that second touchdown, it's kind of been all Winston.
Right.
They've had 3 interceptions so far this game. One of them returned for a touchdown. So I think the biggest issue has been trying to find some type of offensive flow.
Right.
Our defense has played fantastic ball. I mean, the scores that have been made,
right.
It was just better offense.
Right.
It wasn't as though our defense didn't come and show up. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of been a tough one today. We've still got a lot of football left to play with 11 minutes. Let's see if we can try to get some type of flow.
Yeah, besides those 2 touchdowns, the running and the passing touchdowns, it's been all defense for Winston.
Yep.
And, those simple mistakes of penalties and turnovers are huge.
Huge.
Before I got here, Livingstone was number 1 in turnovers and penalties. Then past couple years, it's just been penalties. And, I mean, hoping that we're not going to get number 1 in turnovers again because we just got to protect the ball. We got to be smart with the decisions that we make with the ball.
And that's really what it is. And, not to knock our quarterbacks, but, I think that Miles Hayes, being the young quarterback that he is, kind of needs to learn a little bit more patience in the pocket, But and as we were saying, though, there's been a lot of pressure put on them. So when, the pocket's been collapsing, he's been throwing it. And, those passes at that point, there's been a couple fat passes, that have gone straight into the hands of the opposition. And as we mentioned, one of those was returned for a touchdown. But, you know, as we said, there's still a lot of game left to play. So we can close up this deficit some.
Right. Sloan slips. He slips and he's stopped behind the line for a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11.
And that's the man that really ran the first quarter.
He did. I hate to put it like this, but if he would have made that last second cut, he would have been gone, man.
Mm-hmm.
He regains his footing, and it's a different story.
Yes, sir.
Timmons gets the snap and handed off to Sloan again, and he scoots his way in between two Blue Bears. Good sportsmanship from Mr. Sloan.
You know,
as he helped Dominique Alexander up. Speaking of Dominique Alexander, it hasn't been a bad game for him at all.
Oh, no.
It hasn't been a bad game for him at all.
Yeah, it had
for him to dedicate this game to his mother, I mean, of course we would love a win, but his play alone would be something she'd be proud of.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
For sure, for sure.
Especially from a senior leader on the team. He keeps slipping, man.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on slipping. Graves is back in the game, by the way. Looks like Winston's not holding back anything. They just want to continue playing football and scoring. That's their name of the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the punt is off. Seabrook runs up the field away from the ball as it goes out at the Livingstone 13-yard line.
Yeah, and I think, you know, because of his couple mishaps early in the game, he's a little reticent to, you know, really get up under that.
I wouldn't tell him to be too shy. I mean, don't shy away from your talent. You have the talent to make the plays that can change the game.
Sure.
Just, you know, try not to make those mistakes. If you don't make those mistakes, once again, it's a different game. Longer beam looks to be, is that longer beam?
Yep, number 12.
Sure is. Longer beam's back in the game. As he drops back and runs smooth up the middle as he is hit. Looks to be a 5-yard, 6-yard gain for Longer Beam.
All right, takes us to 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 with 8:45 left in the game. Winston-Salem up 21-zip.
Drops back. Screen pass. He runs up the field. He's barreling past. He gets up the field for a great gain.
That's number 27, Tyrell Baldwin.
Mr. Baldwin. Maybe Longer Beam had the spark we needed this whole time.
You know?
Moving the ball.
And I mean, and when he was in the game, that was when it was a closer game, 7-0. We weren't making a lot of the messier mistakes that we made.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe he's a cooler head that we need. Let's hope that we can, you know, get some type of spark.
He's directing traffic as he tries to pass the ball to Faramo, but I believe he's probably just throwing it out of bounds. See, that's what I'm talking about when he's rolling out to the right. You have 3 receivers that are over there on the left side of the field.
They got to come over.
They have to come over.
Yep.
That's something like literally we just taught my varsity receivers how to do that at Salisbury High School, and we scored a touchdown like that last week, and it was just out of nowhere. But they started to get that and understand that we have a quarterback that can move with his legs. Follow him. He can ultimately throw you the ball.
So how many years till we get you back here in Livingstone?
It's a great question, man.
Oh, okay.
That's a great question. I wouldn't say you never lost me because I'm right here.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there's a first down for Livingstone. Or, oh no, excuse me. Third down and about 2 yards.
Right. Ball handed right at the middle.
That's Baldwin again.
That's a great first down run. Baldwin surprised a lot of us the first time he started calling games, and he's been a light on the field as long as we've known. So I say continue giving him the ball.
Oh yeah, go with the hot hand.
Longer beam drops back. He rolls out to the right. There he is again. Baldwin with the catch. Davion Howard looked to get a big block, but he ended up knocking his own guy down.
Yeah, it looked like a 3-car pileup right there.
All right. Davion Howard is not who you want to get into a bout with. This is a great drive so far, led by Longerbeam, who drops back. And the ball is up, overthrown. I see what they were trying to do. I don't know if the ball slipped or he just super overthrew the ball.
Yeah, super overthrew. That was in the back corner of the end zone.
Second and 10. Blue Bears down 21-0. 6 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the game. Longerbeam drops back. Ball is up. Caught by Jordan Cartwright.
And we knew Cartwright was due for a good.
Oh, yeah. Strong hands. Great route running.
Yeah, I mean, strong hands because we saw his defender had his hand in there trying to poke the ball out.
He just
maintained possession.
Held the ball away from the defender. Longerbeam gets the snap. Quarterback draw up the field. And he is lifted.
That's not an easy task because Longerbeam's not a little guy.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's why it took maybe 3 of those guys to get him up there. A double set, man, against the Winston defense is a problem right now. They don't know whether we're running or we're passing, which is good. Davion Howard, oh, man. Almost intercepted, 1 foot out.
He tried to make the play, though.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw, but while Longerbeam was moving to the right, Davion Howard moved into the inside where he was by himself to where he could just dump it off. And he could walk into the end zone for a quick touchdown. I know he was trying to get rid of the ball or get out of, danger.
And that's really what it was. He saw 3, all that red coming at him. He was just trying to get rid of it. But you're absolutely right, though.
Longerbeam gets the snap. Ball is up. Caught.
And that's Cartwright.
Another great catch by Jordan Cartwright.
That's what, 3-4 yards out?
That'll be a first down. 4 yards to go. Looks like Livingstone will most likely try to barrel it in there. It is a quarterback run himself. Ball is up out of the back of the end zone. I don't know why.
No. Don't like that one.
Yeah. I don't know why, man.
I mean, because if I'm longer beam and I'm running in, I gotta, I'm building up a full head of steam. Like I'm just gonna barrel right. Yeah, like I'm going straight. I'm aiming for the pylon. I'm running straight at it.
I don't think he saw the longest yard. Yeah, he hasn't seen the longest yard. Oh, it definitely just barreled right into the pylon, man. He had the momentum and the angle.
Mm-hmm.
No one was going to get to him, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. Him flicking it off like that into the back of the end zone.
Now, I can see if he threw the ball to the inside a little bit to where it was just the receiver to only get the ball, but he threw it up to where no one could get the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, give someone a chance. That's the name of the game.
Yep.
It's the name of the game, especially when you're down 21-0. You got 5 minutes left.
And this is the closest they've been.
Like,
you can't give this up. Cannot give this up.
You have to take this opportunity to score so you don't look like 21-0.
Yeah. Especially considering, last 2 games we've had a couple very tough losses.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, we know Coach Williams doesn't believe in moral victories, but,
right.
It feels better, knowing that you were able to get a score on the board.
To know that your team did not give up.
Till the end. Fight. Last man to the last minute.
Baldwin brought down.
The gain of a yard or two. Maybe a yard.
Handoff up the middle. They're not going to give it to him.
Wow.
4th down.
And inches.
Yeah, literally.
They're going to go for it.
Yeah, they got to go for it.
You got nothing to lose at this point.
I think the quarterback takes it. And he stopped.
Wow.
He stopped.
Wow.
They knew he was taking it too.
What a fantastic goal line stand by Winston-Salem. That was hands down the best drive we've had all game.
Oh, yeah.
Got within inches.
Literally.
And couldn't convert.
And here comes the Blue Bear defense once again. That was almost a full field drive. Graves hands it off. Up the middle. You can hear the sounds of the game right there, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. .340 left in the game. It's currently 21-0 in favor of the Rams.
Handoff again up the middle. I'm not confused. Just a second ago, the Livingstone Blue Thunder Marching Band was playing I Got Five on it.
Oh,
now
yes.
Winston-Salem State
Oh, yes.
is playing.
Oh, it's been a battle of the bands.
There's a mind game going on, and I love it. They're in the battle just as much as the football team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, they're ready. They've really been turning up this entire time. Of course, the refs have been telling them to quiet it down during play.
Neither team listen.
Neither team. They don't care. And that's what we say. I mean, it's not the technical rivalry, but there is a rivalry between Winston and Livingstone. And you can see that nowhere better than with the bands.
Okay. I don't know if you saw it, but Dominique Alexander ran literally all the way down the field. I think he hurt something. I don't know what it was, but I was just checking and counting to make sure that Livingstone had 11 on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, he looks to be in some pain.
Yeah.
But he's up and walking right now. Winston looks to punt. Hey, really? Is it not third down?
I think they don't want to give him a chance. I think they really want this to be a shutout.
They just changed it. Yeah, they just changed it to fourth. That's a good punt, man. Graves has been able to get good punts off. Oh, come on, Seabrook. Seabrook.
So
that's his what, fourth time tripping?
We got to get him on a balance board.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We got to get Jamie Kent to get him on the Bosu ball or something.
Yeah. I mean, because that's a guy that we've seen these glimpses. He's got the explosiveness. Man. He's got the speed. But it seems to just be the little things.
I mean, you can call it that, but he can't keep himself off the ground. It's just plain and simple. Longer being back in the game. Snap over his head, and he bobbles it trying to get it, and he is sacked.
Wow.
Almost 35 yards back. That is, Livingstone team just falling apart right now. It's not pretty. That's not what we want from the Livingstone Blue Bears to end the game. It's another high snap that he had to go up and get. He sensed the pressure and just curled up behind the line. But 1 minute and 24 seconds left to go. 21-0 is the score.
And the focus seems to have shifted from the game on the field
to the bands. Somebody got to win, huh?
It's HBCUs for you.
Yes, it is. It's the beauty of it. It's a handoff. Good run. Daryl Bethune was a running back. He only had a couple of touches today.
Mm-hmm. And time is running down
as the Livingstone gets ready to punt. Again.
They really might just hold on to it. We got, 30 seconds left? Oh, well, no, they'll punt it. Game clock is at 20.
They will definitely punt it. And to return, no other than Darius Skinner. He looks like he's just going to come up and play defense.
Mm-hmm.
The punt probably get a good roll at first.
clock will be stopped with 8 seconds left. And Winston will take the field on offense.
One last play, probably take a knee, most likely.
Mm-hmm. And just run this clock on out.
And Graves takes a knee, and the clock winds on down.
Well, that's the ball game, folks, from New Alumni Stadium. This is Will McCorn.
And E.J. Ransom.
All right, and we will see you all next week as we take on the Fayetteville State Broncos for Livingstone College's homecoming game.
Let's go. Homecoming. Here we come.
See you next week.
Yes, sir.
E107.1 FM, and we are here at the Livingstone College game. We wasn't all that, we kind of lost, but it's all right, because we ain't losing heart. And I'm here, and this is the proof. I'm here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. My math off. The game messed me up. But I'm here with 5 family members of number 92. Number 92, James Hall, and this shows you support and family, what you can do when you have support and family. I just wish. It's 4 more. Look at the T-shirts. Can y'all get the T-shirts? Show them your T-shirts. Show them your T-shirts. And look at the back. So you see who is who. That's the auntie, the number 1 auntie. That is the dad. This is mom, little bro, girlfriend. That's his girlfriend. Yes. All right, each of y'all tell me your names and tell me where y'all from.
Destiny, Jacksonville, Florida.
Girlfriend from Jacksonville, Florida, Destiny. That's his destiny right there. All right, what's your name?
Rashad.
You from Jacksonville?
Yeah.
You from they all from Jacksonville, Florida. I think of Twilight every time I think about that. I don't know why.
Tammy Hall.
Tammy Hall, that's the mom.
Willie Hall.
Willie Hall.
Jacksonville, Florida. Dad, #1 fan.
#1 fan. That's our #1. Look, you should put some good luck on here. Look, what you doing? They all got grills. Look, peep their grills. Peep the grills. Y'all show their grills. They all got grills. That's dope. Ain't that dope? Look, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Sheila. I'm the auntie.
That's the auntie, #1 auntie. The #1 auntie. What a brother and sister-in-law. Y'all, they hiding. They somewhere out there. Where they at? Are they hiding? Come here. Come here. Look. What happened?
Hello.
What's your name?
Kiana.
What's your relation?
We're married.
Are they married? Who are y'all to number 92?
That's my little brother.
It's your little brother?
Yeah.
What's going on out there?
I don't know.
They asked the whole team.
I know that's right. That's right. They say James got support. James got support. We don't know. James good. What happened? Right, number 92 good. What happened with everybody else? That's what happened. All right, y'all. Oh, hey, look. Here we go.
Yeah, this
Another
the squad. This the squad.
What's your name?
All the way from Duval. Easy E. It is what it is.
What's your name?
Easy E.
Easy E. What's your real name, Easy E? Big Bro. That's Big Bro. Ah, y'all seen Little Bro, and that's Big Bro. And what's your name?
Dana.
All right, yeah, on the count of 3, where y'all from? 1, 2, 3. Duval! You heard it first here at WLJZ 107.1 Blue Bears. We out.
Ready? Hey, knocks me off my feet. For the girls. 1, 2, 1, 2.
This side.
Anytime any face this side.
What's ready? Ready. Ready. Hey. Give me a cook on this thing, please. Anytime, any place. There we go. 1, 2, ready.
and blues. Black and blues. I know.
What's ready? Ready, ready, and go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and.